All right, we've got Abby Rock up for you all. So can we start with Catherine from She Scores Media?
Hey, Abby, thank you so much for doing this. You've had an explosive start to your rookie season. You're the new kid on the block. What does it mean for you to be a part of the PWHPA and advocating for visibility, inclusivity, and accessibility for women and girls in hockey?
I think it's honestly an honor. I think the PWHPA and everything we stand for is exactly what hockey needs, not just women's hockey. I think everybody in the hockey world and the sports world needs to see the women who are out here playing every day because they're incredible. They work so hard. Some work two jobs just to play and are still amazing athletes. And I think having women in sports right now is especially on the up. And I think we just need to keep the momentum and keep rising.
Thank you so much.
David from the Puck Authority, please.
Hey, Abby, first of all, you've been on fire to start the year. I mean, even from that first game with the historic 4-point night or 4-point rookie debut, what do you think has really been, I guess, the key to your success, the reason you've been arguably the best player so far?
Honestly, I've just been working hard. I wouldn't say it's been anything crazy. I think a lot of it has been I've been getting good bounces, which has led to me getting some points and things like that. I think obviously every single player on this ice is incredible, and it is hard to compare yourself to these people who have made names for themselves in women's hockey and for USA Hockey and so many different things. So I think for me, it was just trying to play simple, and I think that's honestly been my best asset, was just trying to do the little things, so hopefully the big things come with it, and I think I've been getting lucky with some bounces that, have led to some points for me, and I think that's just really been the main thing, is just for me to work hard and keep things simple.
Justin Levine from the Puck Authority, please.
Hey, Abby, thanks so much for doing this. So these games have, if you take a look at Twitter, have been described as anything from the Roque show to, the Abby Roque Superstar games. So, again, you joke about how you're having the staples of these cities as you go along, but all jokes aside, what is it that you think is, igniting the fire in you maybe?
I think it's just a chance to play. Honestly, I've been playing a lot of games recently, but against boys, we obviously had the GM for the Northeastern, the New Hampshire region brought us to Florida, and we played some boys teams, which was great to get games in and to play. And that was so exciting just to get to play again, because with COVID, so many things have been short. We played some scrimmages in the fall, but all against boys teams. And I think for me, and I think for everybody else, we were so excited going to these last 2 weekends because we know we're finally going to get to play against our peers and girls and just these amazing hockey players and playing in great venues. It just makes the games exciting and it makes you want to go out and show out.
And you're seeing the puck really well. Is there anything to that, again, with the empty netter and the goal earlier on in the game for you?
Empty netter was all Annie. Honestly, I thought she was going to shoot it because why not? Empty netter. But she passed it to me. I don't know if she had somebody in her lane or what. And the first one too, it was a good rush. Sid made the right play, putting it to the net, and it just kind of bounced in the air, and somehow my stick got it in. But I think it's just trying to get to those areas, try to get open, and trying to get a little gritty. So you have to score those goals, right?
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Har from the Ice Garden, please.
Hi, Abby. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us this afternoon. I was wondering kind of how challenging is it, mentally and physically, scoring all these goals, you're on fire, but then there's a break in between, PWHPA and then US national team camp. How challenging is that mentally and physically to kind of go away from the environment and then have to train? And you mentioned playing up against boys. How challenging is that for you as a professional athlete?
I think a lot of it is just, especially if you don't know when the next camp or games are, I think would be the biggest challenge for us is just trying to time out your training and things like that, as everybody goes through phases and when you know what the next event you're working for is. But obviously a lot of things are getting announced right now, which makes it a lot easier to work for things with games and possibilities coming up, and finally Worlds, as long as everything goes well for so many of these girls to have these things up and coming. It makes a world of difference. I think for every athlete in the world, honestly, there was a time when nobody was playing any sports, and I think that was just a really tough time for everyone. So I think and I think through that, everybody just kept working, hoping there would be an end in sight. And I think we're finally kind of seeing a time where we can get back playing and doing what we love.
Thank you.
Can we get Alex from On Her Turf and NBC Sports, please?
Hey, Abby. Curious about your experience as a recent college grad. I've heard other players who have been out of college for far longer talk about kind of, you go from college where you have all these resources as a Division I player to the women's professional landscape as it currently stands. And I'm curious, thinking back to your college experience, like when you knew that you wanted to keep playing hockey post grad, like when it kind of hit you, like what the landscape was going to look like.
I think I always knew what the landscape would be after. I think when the PWHPA formed, I think that was when the biggest hope for me was, honestly. I think freshman and sophomore year, there wasn't really a great option for after college. I don't think there was anything that really made me excited. I think when the PWHPA formed, I actually got excited. I saw all of the best players in the world coming together for this cause, playing together and getting things that we think we deserve and things that we need, getting sponsors, all of these great things. And I think that was kind of a light at the end of the tunnel, because coming from Wisconsin, they treat us like professionals. We are given everything we could ever need or want. It was an amazing experience. And I think going into this year, I think anything could be hit or miss. You're not really sure what you're going to get. And I think the PWHPA has done a great job of making sure that we are given everything in the hockey sense we need: training, ice, great coaches, all the little things that we need, apparel, travel. It's just been awesome, I think, in that sense. Obviously we're working for more than that. We're working to kind of gain more ground, I think, because we deserve, all women's sports really deserve a lot more. We're great athletes, and I think we're heading in the right direction. But I think what I expected from when I was maybe even in high school, looking at the future, I think this has been a great experience for me.
Thanks, Abby.
Okay, last question. Could we please have Kristen from the Victory Press?
Hi, Abby. Going into tomorrow, obviously last week, Minnesota took the first game and New Hampshire was able to make some adjustments and really come out and dominate parts of that second game. So have you had a chance as a team to sort of take a look at what might have went wrong in game 2 last weekend, or what they switched up? And what are you going to focus on tomorrow to make sure that doesn't repeat?
I think a lot of what helped them last weekend too was that the second game was the televised game. So there's a lot of TV timeouts. They could get their first line out there a lot. So I think today we adjusted kind of to that too, who we would have to match up, how we play with that, just those kind of things, because TV timeouts can make a big difference in a game. But I think for us, it was just really, I think we played a great game. Sometimes we were just a little slow and we lost our coverage. So I think this week we just kind of worked on D-zone coverage, our forecheck, the little things real quick, and just tried to get it pulled all together so we could all be on the same page and doing the little things that would hopefully prevent them from scoring. And I think we did a good job. Nick did the best job. She played an unbelievable game in net. Really sad we couldn't get her that shutout, but.
Great. Thanks so much, Abby.